Hello, hello. Happy Sunday to you all. I'm sorry I'm a few minutes late, but I am here. So, dun, 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 dun. So I'm going to give everybody a couple minutes to tune in. Oops, there we go. I don't want to hear myself in dualness there. So, I'm going to give everybody a couple minutes to come on. I hope you guys are all having a great Sunday, and I hope you had a good week as well. So let's see here, see who is gonna join me. So it is. I don't know about where you're at, but boy, where I am at, it is like humid and smoky. So no fun, not a good combination. But so sending lots of love to all the people affected by fires right now, right? That's for sure. And hey, Lisa, good to see you. Hope you and Chloe Grace are doing well. My hair's kind of a mess today, but you know what? Hey, that's okay. It is what it is, right? We don't have to have perfection all the time, right? So, hey, April, good to see you again. I think I remember you joining last week as well. I think last week was the first time you joined. I'm great, thank you. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well, and I hope you're doing well too, Lisa. And hey, Nikki, good to see you. I hope you're doing well too. So let's see who. Good to hear, April. Good. Let's see who else jumps on. And I was running a little bit late today because I ran late on my dog's walk before this broadcast. But so there you go. Got to make sure they have their time outside, right? That's important, right? So super important for my girls to have their good time outside. And I'm glad to hear you're fine, April. That is awesome. So let's see here. I always want to fix my hair, and then I always go to fix it on the wrong side just because of the way the camera is. It's so funny how that works. Yes, I agree, right? They need that, right, Nikki? And it's so important too, right, that we give our dogs a chance to sniff outside, right? And I've been guilty of this too myself, right? I mean, what I'm going to say is, we're out taking our dogs for a walk, and they're sniffing and you're just like, oh my gosh, okay, let's get your business done, right? And we distract them in their sniffing when they actually need to have that moment of sniffing, right? Because that's really good for them. And I know, I can tell you, I've been guilty of that myself with my girls. I'm like, come on, girls, just go. So, oh yes, oh, Lisa, so my book, so it's on, yeah, right, April, so true. So my book, it's on Barnes. Thank you for going to Barnes and Noble to look for. I'm going to reach out to some to see if they'll carry it in the store, because right now it's just on, and I should have prefaced that, sorry, it's just on barnesandnoble.com. So it's on barnesandnoble.com, it's on amazon.com, and then it's at New Renaissance Bookshop in Portland. And if you actually go to newrenbooks.com, you can actually order online through them, through bookshop.org. Or if you go to my website, which is right here, ShaunaMarieFisher.com, you can order it through me. And this is the name of my book. It is Soulmate Dogs, My Journey Home with Luna's Guiding Wisdom. There is what it looks like, and that's the back cover of it. So yeah, so that's a good, oops, sorry, here, because I put this back here. That's a good prompt for me to see who I can reach out to see about actually carrying it in the store of Barnes and Noble, because that would be cool if they actually carried it in the physical location as well as had it online as well. So I hope that when you went to Barnes and Noble, that maybe you found another cool book there when you were there. They always have such cool stuff at Barnes and Noble, their books, and then the little always the little stuff that they have at the checkouts is always really cool too. So there we go. And then hey, hopefully I'm saying that right. Is it in or Ann? I'm not sure if it's in or Ann. But good to see you. Let's see here. So yeah, so sorry about that, Lisa. I need to preface barnesandnoble.com. And hopefully I'll be able to get it in into some Barnes and Noble stores. And speaking of that, if any of you that are listening right now have a really cool bookstore near you, they're gonna a pet store or someplace that carries books that you think it would be great if my book was there, I'd love for you to request that they carry it, or you can put in the comments the name of the bookstore here, and then I could reach out to them to see if they would be interested. So there we go. So there is that. And hey, Trina, oh my goodness, you just prompted me that I need to email somebody back that I spaced emailing back. So seeing your name reminded me of that. So there we go. So good to see you, Trina, and good to see you, Tosh. Ooh, and then Trina said I can request it at my bookstore. Thank you so much, Trina. You're amazing. Okay, so let's see here. So Trina's question is, Lou gets very aggressive, talking, barking, and squealing when I have him in the backpack on my bike or quad. He wants to be first, but the last time I went in front of everyone, he kept doing it. Not sure why he does that. So what he's showing me is that like he's like having me like want to go like this with my shirt. He's like, yeah, like I want to be first, but then also too, like I want some more room to breathe. I want some more room to breathe because he's having me like go like this with my shirt, which I have a tank top underneath, so totally fine. Is he showing me like a little more room to kind of like be free in the backpack, safely free, right? So not like, where it's open where he can get out, but like I want more breathability and more room in the backpack to move around. I want more movability in the backpack. I want more movability. So I don't know if there's like a way that there's like some meshy stuff on the side, like if there's a backpack that has that, or just to kind of give me more room is what I get there, with Lou. And Lou says, don't take away my where you have me on the backpack, like where you're putting me on. Don't change the position of that, because I like the position of where I'm positioned. I just want more space in the backpack. So there is that. So hopefully that helps, Trina. So yeah, because that can be hard, right? You're like, he says you got one piece of the puzzle, but he's like, there's a couple other pieces of the puzzle, and that's one of those right there. And then Trina says, that makes total sense, because I think he wants to run with us. LOL. Yeah, he does. He's like, boom, boom. He's like, fast. So he says maybe what you could do, and I'm glad you mentioned that in here, is do maybe like a run with him before he goes in the backpack, and be like, okay, like where he runs more, like where he gets that little exuberance out, and see if that will help him too, to kind of like calm down and be like, hey, this is like, you get to see like so much, we're doing all the work for you, and you get to see. So there is that. Hey, April, good to see you, and thank you so much, April. Thank you. And then Trina says, oh, okay, that is it. Ha ha ha. I love it. Okay. And then hey, Nia. So what I'm doing, Nia, here is I'm doing animal communication reading. So I'd be happy to tune into that for you, and good to see you. And let's see here. And Tosh has a question here. Good to see you, Tosh. So you said last week, something really weird happened to Harper. She was at my parents' house, and they were prepping for a rummage sale, and Harper was running back and forth from the backyard in the garage. Mom said 1 minute she was with them, and then the next minute they couldn't find her. Oh my goodness. How scary. My heart was racing for you a minute with that. Oh my goodness. So he said Dad finally found her curled up in the backyard and unresponsive. They brought her in, and she seemed super dazed and confused. They were going to take her in, but they couldn't get a hold of me because I didn't have, oh wait, where's the rest of your question? Because I didn't have, hey Erica, good to see you. Okay, let's see here. I want to see the rest of your, and hey Bianca and Erica, let's see here. And Lee, good to see you, Lee. And let's see here. I want to see the rest of your question, Tosh, because it looks like it cut off at half. It cut off at half. So I wanted to see the rest of your question. So I don't know if you're still here. And oh my goodness, so much love to Harper. Oh my goodness. Yeah, she says it was just like she got okay. I didn't have my phone with me, but by the time I got home, she seemed tired, but okay. Any idea what happened to her? So yeah, so what she was showing me, because I want to like read, I was like, I feel like I have to have the sentence complete, right? So the question is what she's saying is it was just like I got like she's showing me like she had me like touch my nose. She's like, touch my nose, touch my nose. That it was like my breathing that I got super excited and like made here kind of like like kind of like collapsy, and she's making me feel like I'm hey Kathy, like I'm she make like I'm like a like I'm gasping and I'm like choking on something because I was like so like running back and forth that it made me like oh like it was just that it was too much for me. But I definitely like for some reason something that's coming to me is something with like an anemia, like something with like and being anemic. So you said you might take her in to do some blood tests. So I feel like there's a correlation with that with some that with the blood work that could help with some blood work that would help is what I get. But it was like something that just was like running through me that was like it was just like that is what I get there with that. And I'm glad that she's okay now. And she says just to watch me with my running and like how I am before running and how I am after running to really keep an eye on that is what I just get with that. So let's see here. So oh lots of love to you and Harper. I can't imagine how scary that must have been. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's so scary. So right here, and didn't want to miss a question because sometimes the questions come so fast that I accidentally miss one. So let's see here. All right, Nikki says, Benny, I don't have anything to say. I don't feel like anything I'm doing is helping his skin, and I feel like we are out of option. I don't want to see him in pain like this. I don't want to put him down, but I don't want him suffering. So what I feel like when and so much love to you and Benny is I feel like itchy, especially right all around here. When I tune into Benny and he's showing me like lather me up really good, lather me up really good, lather me up really good. And the like that will help and do some spray stuff on me, spray. And I would check. There's this place I know. This vet has this company. This vet that I know, this veterinarian, and it's called Patika Pets, and he does like a whole line of like it's like shampoos and definite things to help with skin stuff. I would look at that website and then I would see too sometimes some vets. So I used to work at a holistic vet, and there was I remember this dog that had like skin issues, and we used a homotoxology injection. So I don't know like what it all had in it, because of course I'm not a vet, but and that helped with the skin issues. So I don't know if you have like a holistic vet in your area that you can work with, because Benny says I'll try anything, and even like I'm getting like massage and acupuncture would help too, because when you do massage, it can help with like sometimes with like to loosen up like skin things. So I feel like it's just going to be like a combination of things that to do with Benny that will help. And he's like, I'm willing to try anything. Benny says, I'm willing to try anything. Like I'll do anything is what Benny says. And Benny says, thank you for being my saving grace, and I'm so grateful for everything that you do for me. So there is that. And let's see here. All right. So April, and if I miss you, let me know and I'll come back to it. So I'm going to go to April and then Lisa and then Bianca. So let's see here. And yeah, let's see here. I just want to make sure. Yeah, you're welcome, Tosh. And then yes, it was very scary, very strange. Yeah, it sounds like it. Oh my goodness, so scary. Yes, so Nikki, Patika. So it's Patika, Patika Pets, Patika, Patika Pets. And I'm gonna see if I can find the link for it and I can share it because it's really cool. And it's somebody that I, trust and I know has integrity. So I know it's like good. I know it's good stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and put the link here. So I don't know, I just feel like they might have something that might help. So let me put the link here. And then I promise I'll go back to the questions. I'm just multitasking here. So let me put that in here for Patika Pets here. And you're so welcome, Nikki. And reach out to me. Anything you need, I'm here to help you. And you and Benny here. So yes, I agree. Bianca says, have you tried homeopathy for animals? Just another option. I would suggest that for my cat when he had gut problems. Yeah, I would definitely, if you haven't worked with a holistic vet, I would definitely look at a holistic vet and see kind of what kind of options there are. And this is gonna sound crazy, but even something with like we at a holistic vet I used to work at, they had this thing called the K laser, and that actually helped with all different kinds of things. So I would definitely check into some of those alternative things, which I'm sure you've done a lot of, because I know like how much you love your babies. So there is that. So I put the link in the chat so any of you can check that out. They have really good stuff. Let's see here. All right, so April, any animal spirit friends, tell me what I'm missing in regard to my stomach issue. Just wanted to see if that was even possible to look at. So I get a big yes. I see a raven crow, and I see a rabbit, and the raven crow, the rabbit, the quail, and the mouse. Like not just one mouse, but like little mice that we're all here helping you. They're like showing me, they're like, we're helping to steam things up. So those are the ones that I'm getting for you, like most predominantly. And they said if you write down their names, the other ones will come to you. So I definitely feel you're onto something with that, April, with tuning into them. I think that is amazing. Let's see here. And then Lisa. All right. Chloe is a little more active last night. It is from full moon. I had to give her a Benadryl so she could sleep. She's like, woo! She's like, and I know it's weird to like howl on my Facebook Live, but she's like, yes, because she's like, I was restless. I needed help. I was restless and I needed help. So she's like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. She's like, it affects me because she's like, I'm your sensitive little girl. Just like you, like we pick up on like frequencies of things is what she says. All right, I love that. April says, I used to have a pet crow that we healed a broken wing, so that's cool. Thank you. You're so welcome. And it's weird, April, is the last couple days I keep seeing crows everywhere. So maybe that was like partly tuning into you before this. So that's really cool. So I love that. So, and hey, Denise, good to see you, and good for you. Let's see here, Lisa, for being so in tune to your Chloe Grace. I love that. So let's see here. All right, and Erica says, my cats are so good. Any have a message for me, Buddy, Foster, or Ruben? And then they both that's what they say. They say, I give her the love. And the other one's like, no, I give love. I give love. They're all sharing their love with you. They're like, we have a big container of love for you. We have a big container of love, and that we love you so much that we have a big container of love, a big container of love. So there is that. So and hey, Denise and Kathy. Oh, and hey, JC, good to see you. Oh my goodness, so good to see you. And let's see here. And then Erica's like, yes, and they love you. They're like, mwah, we love you, love you. They're like, I love her more. No, I love her more. They're like, we love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. So, oh my goodness. Oh, I love them. And I love this suggestion from Kathy, electromagnetic therapy. I think that, I don't know, I think that might have been for April. I'm not sure, but that's super cool. And you're welcome, Erica. And hey, Tracy, good to see you. And then April says she's going to look that up. And they love you too, Erica. Let's see here. And hey, Denise. And let's see here, Bianca. I know there's a question up here. All right, Bianca. Oh, I love this. So he says, I'm going away on holiday in a week's time. How fun. Maya, I feel, has become quite attached to me, and same back. But just wondering what might help Maya and the other cats while I'm away. They'll be in the same home. My mom is here. My cat Maya was also so active, hardly let me sleep. Ha ha. Maya's like, we got our connection. We got our connection. And she loves it, loves it. And she says what will help is you just like checking in and being like, okay, like I'm leaving, and here, when you're on your trip, be like, I'm going to be gone this many more sleeps and this many more days, and tune into that. And then she's saying, call and check in on us. She's showing me like, call and check in, call and check in, and call and say hi, and call and say hi. And then call, on me telepathically and tune into me and send me that love, and send me that love because of that, that connection we have. Send me that love, that love, that love, that love, that love. Send me that love, love, love. Because they feel that, right? So, and she's like, I'm so excited for you for this trip. She says she's really excited for you for the trip. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and you're welcome, Tosh. That had to be so scary and so strange. I'm glad that that Harper's okay. And definitely good idea to do the blood work. And then let's see here. Just just making sure I might kind of like skip here to where I'm drawn, and then I promise I'll come back up. And then let's see here. And then let's see here. Oh, cool. Kathy's connected April with some cool stuff, which is awesome. And you're welcome, Bianca. And oh, I love that. JC says, I've been crazy busy with business. That's awesome. I'm so happy for you. I talk to my boo-boo at my boy boo every day. You're amazing. Thank you for everything. Oh, you're so welcome. I'm so happy, like that connection, right? It like helped to kind of, even though we always have that connection after they pass, sometimes when you do a session, it just helps to kind of like open things up again, right? Even though they're always open, but it just helps to kind of like deepen that portal, so to speak, even more. So that's super cool. I love that. And it's so good to see you. And then, hey, Amanda, good to see you. Oh, and then, okay. And then I have a question from Kathy, and then I'm going to go to that here in a second. Kathy and Lee, I'll go to you too, I promise. And then Tracy, sending so much love to Willow, so much love to Willow. I am sending her good juju and lots of love to sweet Willow. Anything you need, let me know. I am here for you. I'm going to go to Kathy, and then I'm going to go to Denise here. So thanks for bearing with me, guys. So the comments go so fast sometimes. All right. Let's see here. Kathy, can you tell me how my cat Raja is? She's about 17. She's showing me, she's having me like go like, she says like my mouth feels chalky and parched sometimes. She says my mouth feels like chalky and parched, and like make sure like I'm drinking like lots of good water, and freshen my water up a lot. Because I like my mouth feels chalky and parched is what Raja says. So she's like, keep an eye on like my mouth and my water consumption is what I get from Raja there, Denise. And then I'm gonna go to, okay, Denise, and then Lee, and then thank you for your patience. And yeah, with me here while I go here to the questions here, because they skip around. So I was like, wait, I have to find the question again. So thanks for bearing with me. And then Denise, I'm excited for you. Said my housemates are home now and taking care of Angel Kitty for me while I travel. Sarah, my housemate, says that Angel is very affectionate after 9 days with just a minimal cat sitter. Awesome. It is wonderful. She loves it, but she says he meows a lot, maybe just talkative, but it was too noisy for her. He was quiet today, but I'm concerned he may be meow a lot again. If he bugs her too much, I'll have to come home early. Any advice? So Angel says, do more check-ins with me. He says, do more check-ins with me. He says he wants you to do more check-ins with him while you're traveling him, and keep him abreast to things that are going on. He's like, keep me in the mix, keep me in the mix, keep me in the mix, keep me in the mix. And he says, just keep seeing me talking, not as talkative. Keep seeing me being like, okay, like I get my affection time, and let me know when my affection time is. And that, like, as long as I'm getting that, like affection time, and what she did today helped me to not meow as much. So more of that affection time, and then more of like what she did today, and you tuning in to Angel Kitty, like, okay, like I'm coming back, like, you know, I'm looking for our new place, I'm getting close to finding our new place, and that's what I'm doing. So just keep holding that vision and just keep showing him like being like quiet in that place as well. That's what I get there. So hopefully that helps, Denise. Lots of love to you and Angel Cat. And then Lee, can I ask, did Bear want to say anything? I know 100% he was with me on my way to my cousin's funeral a few days ago. And so much love to you with the passing of your cousin, Lee. And Bear's having me go like this with my hand and hold my hand like this. He's like, I'm right here. I'm right here. And he's having me go like this and put it to my heart. Like, it's very important that my hand is around my thumb right here, and then it's going right here to my heart. And he says, you'll know what that means, and you'll feel that. And it's like, you can feel him with your left hand. He says, you can feel me with your left hand. Your left hand is my right paw. Your left hand is my right paw. So there you go. So there is that for you, Lee, and lots of love for you, Lee. And he says, yeah, he was definitely showing you support and emotional time, and oh, so much love. I can't imagine how hard that is. So much love to you, Lee. Oh my goodness. So let's see here. You're so welcome, Denise. And hey, Dana, good to see you, Dana. Let's see here. And you're so welcome, Lee and Denise. And then JC, I went to a training with a family that took on 4 dogs. Oh, wow. They realized they can't take on all 4. Will I be able to find them homes? Maybe who of the 4 I can help find homes for? I get there's 2 of them that'll be easier. And is there like is one of them like a boy dog that has like a T name? Because I just keep seeing like a boy dog that has a T name. So like the 2 like rambunctious ones, I feel like you're going to be able to find them like a home together. I feel like there's 2 of them that are like really bonded together that'll go together, and then the other 2 that are more calm will be okay, like being rehomed separate. That's what I get with that, JC. So hopefully that helps. And like, I get that you can definitely help with that. So I definitely feel you can help with that. So yes, so it's amazing that they're asking for your help with that, right? Because sometimes we don't realize that it can be a lot taking that on, and it's a lot to ask for that help. And I'm glad you were there to be able to offer that help for them. That's amazing. So there we go. And then Lee, I was talking to someone in the car on the way there and asking for positive vibes, and out of nowhere, a piece of Bear's hair stuck on my nose, and I have no idea where the hair came from. He has been gone physically for over a year now. Yeah, and you know what? Like, because you work with spirit, like the hair can just like come out of nowhere sometimes when we need that. I've had like Luna's hair like fly out of nowhere. So like it just happens. Spirit is magical, and it just happens. So there we go. So there's that. So yeah, so he knows, but he showed me like something about here too, something about here in your thumb. So like watch with that too. And just sit with that for a minute, whatever that is. And then I'll get to you in a second here, Tina. And then JC says, yes, thank you. That's what I had in mind too, as a pair to rehome. Thank you so much. Yeah, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. And yeah, and it's so interesting because I see your boo in the background, like, yeah, here, like, I'm going to help you with this. Like, we got this. Like, boo is like helping you with that, which is really cool. So I love that. So there we go. And then Lee says, I will, thanks. Yeah, so it could be something like what Bear just showed me is when you're in your sleep, like if you wake up in the morning or something like that, and you notice like your hand like that or something like weird with your left hand, he's like, that's me. He's like, that's me. So there you go. Not something weird in a bad way with your left hand, but you're like, oh, wait, what was that? Like, I don't see anything there. Like, what was that? That's Bear. So there's that for you, my friend. All right. Dina, I love this. Would love to have you check in with my new horse, Moonlight. He's been here since March. Just wondering if there's anything he needs or wants. He's showing me like this. Woo, woo, woo. He's like, go, go, go. I want to go more. And I want to turn and turn and turn and turn. I want to turn more, and I want to like use my front feet like this. I want to use my front feet like this. Like I'm a swimmer horse. I'm a swimmer horse. Is like woo, 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 woo. I like the things that are woo, woo, woo. And I'm a fun boy, and like I'm ready for more. So whatever that more is that you've been thinking about throwing my way, I'm ready for that more. I'm ready for that more, is what I get for that. Like Moonlight. I love that you got a new baby, Dana. It's awesome. So and then so perfect. And then Lee says, he's such a good boy. He is such a good boy. And they're always with us, especially in those times that we need that extra support. They just know, and all we have to do is just ask, and they're always there to be with us. You know, even our animals that are still with us, we have that connection with them too, and we can ask for them for their guidance and support too, whether we're in the same space with them or we're like, you know, out and about and we need their support. So there is that. And then Dana says he is my show driving horse. Awesome. And hey, Katie, congratulations on your new puppy. I love your new puppy. She is so cute. And I just have to tell you, I've been wanting to reach out to you ever since I saw that picture of your puppy. As soon as I saw that picture, I saw an image of Whitney smiling. I just had an image of Whitney smiling that she says, "Oh, you brought the love of a dog back." She's like, "You brought the love of a dog back." I just see like see her so happy. Just like that you have a dog back again. She just looks like the sweetest. So I'm so excited for you. Yeah. So I wanted to pass on that a message that your girl and above is yep, she totally approves of her. She's like, yeah, she's perfect because she's sweet and gentle with my kitties. She's not talking about like your kids. She's like sweet and gentle with the kids. So she's like, she's perfect. So she's happy that you were like, okay, it's time to open up that space for that. She's really happy. So there you go. And I'm so happy for you too. She's so cute. Oh my goodness. Okay. So Rigby's like, okay. Rigby's like, enough about the puppy. It's time for me. It's time for me, which is typical Rigby. I love you, Rigby. You're such a good boy. Let's see here. How's Rigby feeling? Does he want to go to the show in a few days? It's been so smoky. It's been hard to train. He says what he's showing me his right hoof, his right front hoof, and then his right front hoof and leg and his left rear leg. He's like, as long as those are doing okay and it's not going to be like too overwhelmingly like smoky there, then I'm game to go. But if it's going to be like too smoky, then I'm not interested. But he's like, if there's a chance where it's not going to be smoky where we're going, he's like, have me go like this with my eyes, like, oh, like I always want to go. He's like, I want to go. I want to go. So as long as like you check on those things, especially my front right leg, like my front right leg and my front right shoulder, as long as you don't notice like those kind of being out, then he's like I'm good. So what he's saying is like kind of like work those out. Then he's like work those out, and he says he's like, oh yes, he's like, yes, let's get out of that smoke, because he's like he's like he doesn't like that. He's like, yeah. He's like, no. He's like, that smoke. He's like, it's not for me. And that probably explains why he's showing me his head like this. He's like, okay, let's go. He's like, let's go. So yeah, so that's good that it's less smoky there. And he says, yes, let's get out of this. He's like, let's go. He's like, let's go. He's like, let's get out of this. But he's like, make sure to do like to add some extra time for those extra warm-ups with my front right side and then my back left side, he says. And he's like, mom knows my spots. He's like, mom knows my spots that we need that extra workout with. And yeah, and lots of love to all of you that are experiencing that smoke. I've just been sending lots of love that all clears up, because man, that's no that's hard to breathe in all of that smoke. And it's yesterday, I'm in Vancouver, Washington, and yesterday, I mean, it's a little bit better today, but it was like, man, the sun was like so like weird colored. It kind of looked like the apocalypse or something. It was so weird with the way the smoke is like shading everything. So yeah, those fires, oh, it's devastating and so tragic. So lots of love to everybody involved with that. And then yeah, and thank you for the heart, Katie. I know you're probably sending lots of love to everybody with that too, right? So yes. So oh my goodness. So yeah, Rigby's like, when are we going? He's like, now he's getting really like amped up about it. He's like, when are we going? He's like, okay. He's like, I be the best boy ever. He's like, I always the best boy. But he's like, I'll be the extra, 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 extra best boy. He says, the extra, extra, extra best boy. And he says, remember, I always, oh, 3 days. He's like, okay. He's like, all right. He's like, okay, good, good, good. He's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. He's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. He's like, yes. He's like, I am your buddy. And he wants you to remember. And I know you're already going to know this because this is like typical Rigby. He's like, remember, I number one always. I number one always. Even though you have this like cute little like fluffy thing that moves around, you know, this dog. Like, remember, I always still the number one boy. He's like, I the bestest boy ever. He's like, I the bestest. He's like, she can be the bestest girl, but I the bestest boy. He's like, I the bestest boy. And he wants some like oat cookies too. He's showing me like an apple oat cookie. He's like, I want like an apple oat cookie. He's like, I want like an apple oat cookie. So he like makes me want an apple oat cookie now. So there you go. So and then he said, always the kids will bring their Team Rigby shirts. He's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And he shows me he wants the, oh my gosh, this is hilarious. He shows me he wants the new puppy to wear one. He's like, the new puppy should have one. He's like, Whit would have wore one. He's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And Whit's like, I always cheered you on, Rigby. But Rigby's like, yeah, everybody's on board with Team Rigby. He's like, everybody's on board with Team Rigby. Oh my goodness. I love him. And then he said, haha, of course, Apple Oat is coming up. Yeah, he's like, yeah, because now he's making me want that really bad, which is really funny. I'm like, okay, Rigby. I know your mom will get the message, right? Like you do right there. I see you get the message. He's like, yep. He's like, I'm the one that's always like, whoop, there you go. I'm going to give that to you. And then you said you'll go make a dog shirt. He's like, yeah. He's like, woo, woo, woo. And I could totally see her wearing that too. She looks like she totally has that like chillness. Like she just looks so perfect. Like, oh my goodness, so perfect. So, so there you go. So yes. So, and hey, Patty, you have been on my mind. So if we could all send, and I don't know if you're in the area too, where there's fires too, Katie, but lots of love to Katie. And then lots of love to Patty too, because I know Patty is kind of in an area where they have been doing some evacuating due to the fires. So we can just all collectively send lots of love to all of that and all the people and animals and wildlife and pets affected by all of that. If we could just surround love and send love, that'd be awesome. And then Patty's question is evacuation warning zone. Ooh, oh, so much love to you, Patty. Oh my goodness. And then you said, do the horses realize they are evacuated due to a fire? And they said yes, but keep reminding them of that. They said keep reminding them of that. They said keep reminding us so we know, because that way we just remember that that's what it is. Like keep reminding us, okay, like we're here because of that. We're here because of that. We're here because of that. We're here because of the fire. But they said you like really let them know when you drop them off. And they said they miss you too. So they said just keep checking in with us and know that we miss you too. And just keep holding that vision of like, okay, like that fire gets under control and we get back home. That we get back home soon. So oh, lots of love, Patty. So send in energy for like, okay, bring on the rain if that would help, right? Bring on the rain, bring on the rain, bring on the rain, bring on the rain, rain, right? So there you go. So there is that. And he said your friend Erin is a saint. Yeah, that's amazing that you have a place that you could take them, right? Because that's so hard. Like, and I recommend that for everybody. You don't think that anything can happen like that, but it's always good to kind of have like a plan laid out for your pets in case something were like that. Something like that were to happen, because you just never know, right? So it's always good to kind of have a plan in place for things like that. So there we go. And then JC, okay. Does Boo have anything to say to his dad? And he's like blowing him like a big league bubble gum. So he's showing me like big league bubble gum, and I'm blowing him like a big huge bubble, like a big huge bubble. Like it's almost not gonna pop, and the bubble's so big, and then it doesn't even pop. It just like comes back on my face is what Boo's showing me. And Boo's like, batter up, like I'm always your batter up boy. I'm always your batter up boy, and I'm always your backup boy, and I'm always there to back you up. Like, and remember, I'm always there to back you up, and I'm always there to back you up. And he just keeps showing me big league chewing gum. So that's the other thing he keeps showing me. So, and I don't even know if they still make big league chewing gum. I know I haven't seen that in a long time. I wonder if they still make it. So if your husband sees that, know that that is a sign from your Boo. So there you go. So there's that. And hey, Julia, good to see you. And then, oh, thank you, Patty. Patty says, bless you, Shauna. You comfort me. Oh, I'm happy to do that for you, Patty. And I'm here for you if you need anything. So much love. And then JC says, ha ha, perfect. Yeah, I knew you would get it. He's like, he's showing me. He's like, yep, baseball. It's so funny. So there you go. I love it. So there you go. And then Dana, could you check in with Gracie, my older mini mirror? Anything she needs? She says I need more hay in my mouth. She's like, remind me of like the game pickup sticks, where it's like you like, you have them all like laid out, and there's all these sticks. She's like, I have like hay everywhere in my mouth. Like I need more hay, and she likes it like laid out like a hay bow tie in my mouth. Like I like need a hay bow tie. I need more hay, is what she says. She's like, don't hold out on the hay. I love my hay. She's like, give me more hay. Give me more hay. So there is that. And hey, Tina, good to see you, Tina. Let's see here. And then Julia, good to see you. Said me and Jasper say hi. Oh, hi to you and Jasper. Much love to you guys. You said he's purring, looking at you on the screen and purring. He's such a sweetie. Oh, so much love to you and Jasper. How sweet. You're such a good boy, Jasper. See here, still no sign of Pippi though. Oh, so much love, because I know like how much you love your girl. So just keep like holding on to that vision, Julia. Just keep holding on to that vision, and just don't give up on that. Like feel like with your heart that connection that you have with Pippi, and then just be open to anything that comes to you from your Pippi. Let's see here. Do you have any that's what she says, just be open to any of those messages and signs, because she says she's like sending you messages like when you sleep. So she says pay attention to those messages when you sleep. Pay attention to those messages when you sleep. And then let's see here. And then, hey, Tina, and you're welcome, Dana. And then, oh, wait, there's still, okay. So, for Jasper, I was like, wait, I missed the question here from Jasper. And he says he loves that name. He's like, Jaspy boy. He says he was like sent down, and he's showing me like he was beamed down to help to give you comfort. He says, I was brought to you to help you, give you comfort. And he says, I help to heal your heart. He says, I help to heal your heart. He says, I'm a healer cat, and I help to heal your heart. I help to heal your heart. And it was almost like, I almost get the sense like that Pippi guided him to you. Like Pippi says, I guided him to you, is what I get. And he says, I'm your comfort keeper right now. He says, I'm your comfort keeper. I'm your comfort keeper. I'm your comfort keeper, is what he says. I'm your comfort keeper. And then she just says, keep paying attention to your dreams. I send you the signs in your dreams. So, so much love to you, Julia. So much love to you. So much love. Let's see here. I make sure. I think I caught up with the comments here. I know it said, they go so fast sometimes. I was like, okay, wait a minute. I don't like to miss anybody's I don't like to miss anybody's comments. So let's see here. Looks like I think what I'm going to do is get ready to wrap it up, because usually I do about 30 minutes to 40 minutes, kind of just depending. And I'm going to put the link to my link tree in here, so that has all the ways to get a hold of me. And then still too, I have my $49 special through the end of uh, this month, the end of September. All you have to do is book by the end of September. So my 30-minute animal communication session is $49. My energy healing session is $49, and then my animal wisdom oracle session is $49 right now, and that is through the end of this month. You don't have to have the appointment by the end of this month. You just have to have it booked. So you can book it now, and it could be like in November, right? So just whatever is easier for you. So that is there. And I keep forgetting I need to make another post about it, that I extended it up. Be like, hey, just in case you didn't know, because I've been talking about it on my lives, but I need to do another post so people know. And it's still on my online scheduler there. And hey, Linda, good to see you, Linda. So there we go. And I'm just going to see if any last minute questions come on. And hopefully that made sense to you, Julia. And so much love here. Hopefully you got the messages that came through there. Oh, and thank you for the tags, Katie. I love it when people tag people, or share the broadcast. Like, that really means so much to me, because really, like, with what I do, it's really a lot of like word of mouth and referrals, right? Because not everybody knows that like animal communication is a thing, right? So one of my missions in the world is to help with people knowing about animal communication and how it can help you and the pets and the animals in your life, right? So there you go. And then, oh, Katie says she needs to ask you about her horse. Cool. Awesome. I'd love to help her with her horse. I love that. Oh, I love it. So I can't wait till one day hopefully have a horse. That would be so cool. But I want to have a like a rescue horse, so not like a riding horse, a retired horse, and just needs to, kind of live out their retirement. That's the kind of horse that I want. So there you go. And then let's see here. And then Julia says, thank you so much, Shauna. Jaspy is so smoochy. He is definitely giving me comfort and helping me heal. I feel like Pippi sent him to me too. Yeah. Oh, so much love to you. Yeah. And she just says, remember the love, remember the love. She's like, no guilt, just love. She says, no guilt, just love. And then Jaspy's like, here I am, here I am, here I am, here I am. Just love, 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 love is what your Jaspy says, is just love, 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 like this. Love, 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 love. Okay. All right. So let's see here. Oh, Katie. Okay. I have him for you. His name is Bear. Let's talk. Okay, so Bear. So what I'm getting from Bear is, what he's showing me is there's something that's like locked up in my front end. Like he's having me touch my shoulders right here and my neck, and then like something like this with my front legs. Like there's something going on with my front legs and my front here. And I'm getting something like, really look at my chest, because if you look at my chest, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, there's something that's coming with this horse with like a chest too. It's interesting. Like this messages are coming through from Bear. So maybe that's the Bear that you have, right? So the Bear that you have with all the stuff that he has going on, because he's like, oh yeah, there's this, there's that, there's this, and yeah, he does. He's like, I have a lot going on. He's like, I got a lot going on. And you said he's your rescue horse. Oh my gosh. If I had a place for him right now, oh my gosh. Like if I was in in the space to take that on, oh my gosh, I totally would, because that's the kind of when I like am in that place, that is the exact kind of horse I want. And he says really do some work with his chest. He's like, work with my chest, because he says that that's what helps. That's what helps. And yeah, right, you're like, no rush. I know that's what gets me excited though, because I'm like, oh my gosh, like now I know like exactly who to come to, like when that time comes. Be like, okay, Katie, what kind of horse do you have for me? Because that's like, oh my gosh, like yeah. So there you go. When I have some property someday, like that's the kind I want, because I feel like that's they need those homes, right? And a lot of people are looking for like the horses that they can ride, which is awesome too, right? Because there's a lot of horses out there that are rescue horses that like weren't ridden and want to get ridden and need that like stuff. So it's like all that, yeah. So Katie says absolutely. We always have a rescue stall going. That's amazing. Yeah, like rescues are the best. Like, and yeah, so that's I just want to do that one day. So yeah, when I got the space, I'll be like, oh my gosh, I probably have a whole plethora of animals. Yeah. But he says he wants you to do, he just, I know I'd like to have to keep saying this, but he's like, do some work in here for him with helping to do some like release work in here. And he says that will help with like what's tight in my neck and my shoulders and my chest, like work with that. And I think he worked with somebody that does some like massage and stuff there. So do some of that, or even do some of that work with, I think you do some of that as well, Katie. So there is that. So yeah. Yes. He says thank you. Bear's like, thank you. Oh, he sounds so sweet too, just tuning in his energy. He's like, yes. He's like, you would love me and I would love you. Oh my goodness, I love him. Oh my goodness, I love him. So yes. So amazing, Katie. So let's see here. Dana. Yes, of course, Dana. Dana says, if I may ask for one more horse, Belle, my mare, wondering what she may need. She's now 29. To make sure she's okay. She says, give support for my lower back. She says she keeps showing me my lower back. She's like, my lower back. She says, put one hand on each side of my lower back and send that energy magic that you do. Because she says, really tune into like my lower back, that last lumbar, what is it? The lumbar or thoracic vertebrae on horses. I don't know the horse anatomy as well, but the one right before that rump, that last little spot right before my hips and around my rump, really watch around that and like help to like whoosh, like send that energy through is what I get there too. And she says watch my feet too, because she says sometimes I get a little bit off balance. She says sometimes I get a little bit off balance. She says I get a little off balance. Yes, sacral. Yes, thank you, Dana. That's it. The sacral. She's like, yes. She's like, yes, that's it. So do some like hands-on, like some hands-on work there with her. I feel like that will really, really help is what I get. That's what that will really, really help. So there we go. There we go. So that is that. So yes, you have such cool horses, Dana. I love it. So there you go. I love it. I love it. So cool. And then see here, perfect. Thank you. And yes, oh my gosh, I just heard yes, Rigby, you're still my favorite one I tune into, Rigby. You're still my favorite. I just totally heard there's this horse, Rigby, that is a one that I've been working with for a while now. And he's like, yep, I'm still the best, huh? And it's like, yes, you are, Rigby. You're the best. I just had him pop into my head. I love it. So and then you said you have 3 more horses, Dana. I love it. That's so cool. And then he said, perfect. Thank you. Awesome. And hey, Michelle, good to see you. So fun that you're going to be in Ireland. Oh my gosh, that is like a bucket list trip for me. I so want to go to Ireland. That would be amazing. One of these days. I know, right, Katie? Ha ha, riggers. I know, right? And it's probably just because you're on. He's like, yep. He's like, I'm a show off, and I like it. He's like, it's okay to be a show off, and it is like sometimes, right? It's like okay, like just be who you are. Like it's cool. That's why I love Rigby because he's like, yep, I am who I am, and yeah, he's amazing. I love him. And then Michelle. So let's see. You said, is Kaya okay with my brother? She's probably wondering why she's in a new environment. She says, she says, Mama breathe. She's like, Mama breathe, Mama breathe. She's like, no, no, no. Like, I'm going to be okay. Like, remember, I'm going to be okay. He's going to take good care of me. And just keep showing me like the pictures of your trip. Like, as you're on your trip, just keep seeing me in your mind and be like, okay, Kaya, like, I'm having fun and I'm going to be back. And how many ever sleeps it is, like if it's 12 or whatever it is, just keep tuning into her every day and just keep reminding her. She's like, you let me know, I'm just coming here for a stay. She's like, I know, but she's like, you can keep reminding me and showing me. And she's like, I'm gonna be okay with him. She's like, I'm gonna be okay. And I saw the pictures you posted today, and she says she just like wants more of those times, like where you make sure, like at least like maybe 2 to 3 times a week to do those like check-ins with her, where she can see and hear you, because she says that'll make her feel better, because she's like, yep, keep showing me, I'll be back, I'll be back. And she's like, and she's like, we have lots of fun when you come back. She says, we have lots of fun when I'm like, okay, what else, Kai? She's like, lots of fun and lots of new toys. And she's showing me like this toy my cat used to have, which is like a purple toy that has like the little yellow ball that you can zoom, 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 zoom. She's like, maybe he can have like a new toy for me to like play with. And she showed me like the ball that kind of goes in the track that's like doom, 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 doom. Like, make sure that he has fun and like plays with my toys with me and plays with me. And maybe he could like warm into my heart even more by like playing with me and getting me something new. She's like, that would be amazing. So she's like, we got this. She's like, we're connected. She's like, I'm gonna be okay, that he's gonna take good care of me. He's gonna take good care of me. So, and she's like, I know I'm back with you, because she's like, we're meant to be. She's like, we're meant to be. So oh, I love your Kaya girl. She's so perfect for you. Like so perfect. I love it. So, and that's that perfect animal or pet always finds their way to us, right? When it's meant to be, it's like, okay, here they are, and here we are for them, right? Which is so great. So there you go. And have fun in Ireland. Like that's gonna be so much fun. Oh my gosh, I so want to go to Ireland one day. So you're making me think of the movie Titanic. So you remember the movie Titanic, where Rose is downstairs like drinking beer and dancing with Jack's friends. It's like, oh man, I don't know why that just makes me think of Ireland. I think they do maybe like dancing like that in Ireland. So one day I will get there and do have some fun in Ireland. So one day, one day. So there you go. So I think I'm going to get ready to wrap it up, but I'm so glad that you guys were all here with me. I love these. Oh, hey, Angela, I was just getting ready to, oh, let's see here. I was just getting ready to, wrap it up. But if you have a quick question, I'd be happy to answer your quick question, because I am still here. So I'd be happy to answer that for you. And Michelle says, thank you. My friend said, I'm going to find my husband there. Ooh. Oh my gosh, Michelle, I just like literally got chills on the back of my neck. And when you said that, like I just got chills in the back of my head when you said that. It was like, ooh, I just got chills like all over, like goosebumpy chills. So how cool is that? And it makes me think of oh gosh, Under the Tuscan Sun. Remember where like Diane Lane meets like her meets her person. So there you go. I just got that for you too, Michelle. So that's exciting. So yeah, woohoo. Ireland, there you go. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, and so Angela says, I just got home, so thank you if you get my question. Yes, absolutely. So Angela says, how is my Hayden's host, or is it Hodden or Hayden? I think it's Hadwin. Hadwin's health. Hadwin's health. Hadwin's like, I'm going to help you with that. So hopefully that's right. Hadwin's health. So what I get is like back here, like pay attention to like the back part of my, oh, Hadwin, Hadwin. Oh my gosh, I love it. Hadwin. That is an awesome name. I love that. Hadwin. So cool. So what I get is like back here, my ears and my and like the end of my jaw and my like watch my like it's something with my you can see all the like expressions and things that I do, right? When I'm on like the live video, I'm like, so I get like it's like something with my mouth and my jaw, and it's like when I yawn, it's like my ears, my head, and my mouth, and in my jaw and in my mouth. So really watch my jaw and my mouth and like all like right in here and right in here and the back of my neck. Because I feel like when I kind of yawn and it's kind of yawn. Oh, sorry to yawn right now, but Hadwin's showing me it's like when I yawn and like open my mouth, and it's like my mouth with the mouth and my ear connection and my jaw connection, and my teeth. Um, Look at that. There's something going on with that. Is what Hadwin's showing me, and that's like it's like there's like a ball of stuck energy around there. Is what I get. And is what Hadwin is showing me. That's what Hadwin's showing me. And Hadwin's showing me like that's the number one culprit of what's going on. Like that's the number one thing right now. That's the number one thing. That's the number one thing. That's what I get from Hadwin. So let me know if that makes sense or if you have any other questions. And that's kind of why I get that like weird like little like tingly thing throughout my body. Like Hadwin showing me like that from my neck like down my back, I like the top of my back, I get like a weird like like a weird tingly kind of neuro sensation that happens sometimes. So that's what I get with Hadwin. So there you go. So hopefully that makes sense, and feel free to ask like another part of the question if that makes sense. Oh, the ball. Okay, so that makes sense. So I seen like a ball of energy. So a ball, that makes sense. So thank you. Hard to say considering he's always playing ball or picking up toys his size and killing them. He's a Westie. Yeah. So he's like, it's like that. He's like, when I do that, because I'm like, what are you doing? So so massage can actually help with that. So there's a massage stroke called circular friction. So you can just kind of like with your two fingers like this, two fingers like this, kind of like around. You can go this way and go this way, kind of like around their jaw and around like here with him, and around his like right here and around here, and just like right like around there. He says that will help him, because he says sometimes it's like it kind of like it gets locked up. He's showing it gets locked up, and he's like, oh, like I really want to pick up stuff, because he's like he needs to pick up on stuff. So just do that kind of like circular kind of friction and circular kind of strokes around like by his ears and around his mouth, and just kind of around right here, and kind of do that. And don't be like alarmed if when you do that like he yawns, right? Because what happens is a yawn is like a release of energy. So that's actually a good thing if they do that yawn. It's like that release of energy. And then he said, oh, that's a very good tip. He's like, yes, please do that for me. He's like, yes, yes, yes. And then he showed me like down his back too. He says sometimes he gets like 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 waves of energy. And he showed me it's like on the top of his back. It's like a little jump rope from his neck to his tail, where he's like, woo, woo. And then he just showed me it's like the way, like, I'm like, give me more information, Hadwin. He says it's the way he kind of moves about. He's like, for a little dog, he's like, boo, boo, boo. He says he's really like hard on his body with the way he like moves around. He's like, I'm really hard on my body. He's like, I'm hard on my body. So he says maybe like if you have like a chiropractor that does chiropractic adjustments, or massage or acupuncture or acupressure, any of those things, I definitely feel like that would really, really help Hadwin. And there's a really cool book. I wish I had it near me right now, but I don't happen to have it right by me. It's called The Dog Lover's Guide to Massage, and it's by Megan Allnault. It's Yuelt, I believe. And it's a really, really cool book, and it has illustrations, and it talks about like, massage, and just gives some like basic anatomy stuff, so you don't have to go like too far into all the like crazy anatomy stuff. So yeah, so that would really, really help. So yeah, because he's like, I am good. So he's like, he's like, I'm a like the best little like jumping little dog there is, he says. And you said he's pretty quick at agility, although we've been on a break because of my arm. I let him run loose when I get a chance, and he's super fast. He's like, yes, he's like, shoo, he's like, here I am in the tunnel, and then I'm out of the tunnel, and then I do this. He's like, jump down, jump up. He's showing me the little ramps he goes up and all this stuff. He says, I surprise people and dazzle people with how fast I am. They're like, and he's like, kick up my feet when I'm done. Cause he's like, just cause I'm a Westie, like, doesn't mean that I can't be faster than a damn border collie. And excuse me for saying that the way I said that, but that was a message that was coming through from him. He's like, I can be faster than a border collie. He's like, yes, I can. He's like, yes, I can. So he's like, oh my gosh, I love him so much, Angela. And yeah, and I love his name too. He says, he's like, yes, it's perfect, because he's showing me he makes me think of like a Harry Potter type dog. He's like, yes. He's like, I have many different cool layers. He's like, many different cool layers. He says, I love him. He's so cool. So yeah. And then lots of love to, your arm too. I hope that's whatever is going on with your arm is healing up fast too. And Hadwin's like, me too. And he's like, thanks for letting me still like run loose too. Cause he's like, I need that run. Cause he's like, if I don't have that run, he's like, I'm going to drive my person crazy. He's like, if I don't have that run, he's like, you will know, and I will be driving you absolutely crazy, he says. So he says, thank you for everything that you do for him. So there you go. Oh my gosh. And hey, Rick, good to see you. So I'm so glad that that I was still like kind of wrapping up as you came on, Angela, so I could tune into your Hadwin for you. And that is such a cool dog name. Like, you make me think maybe I should do like a contest where people put like their pet names, and like whoever like gets the most likes or something like that with a cool pet name, maybe like will win like a copy of my book, or like or like a short session or something like that. That would be cool, because I love the love the unique pet names. It's so cool. So it's so great. And then Angela says, thank you again. Hadwin is Scottish and means friend of war. I love that. That's so cool. That's such a cool name. And you said, I have a Scottie, so it's perfect. I love it. That's so perfect. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh, Lee. You're gonna make me, oh my God. You're gonna make me laugh so hard, Lee. Oh my gosh. So Lee says, I gave Bernadette her name because she reminded me of a sassy old lady. Laugh out loud. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. I'm glad I didn't like just take a drink of water or something right now, because like that is like so perfectly, like I could not think of a more perfect name for Bernadette. And totally, like as I said that and read that comment, I just totally like Bernadette just like glared at me as I was like laughing at that. She's like, she makes me like the looks that like Salem the cat used to give like Sabrina the Teenage Witch, like some of those looks, like that's the look that like Bernadette just gave me, but like even better than that. Like she's just like, yeah, she's like, yeah, whatever, it is perfect. She's like, yep. And that is such a perfect name for her. Oh my God. So any of you that have listened to my lives before, my friend Lee here has a cat named Bernadette, and she is like so sassy. So like if you've listened to some of my lives, like some of the stuff that she says is like absolutely like hysterical. Like she is such a funny cat. Like she's got like pizzazz and sass, and like, oh my gosh, like could not be a more perfect name for her, Lee, Bernadette. And then you said, OMG, she does that all the time. I love it. That's just so cool. Like I love that, like when animals give those fun facial expressions, right? Like it's so fun to watch when they do that. Like it's just so cool. I love to see that. Like animals just make like life so much better, don't they? Right? They remind us to be in joy, and they fill us with love and happiness, and they remind us to like embrace our curiosity and all of that, right? Like the animals are just like they're just so amazing in so many ways. So there is that. So now I really am gonna wrap it up because it's like I can't believe it's 8:17. I don't know how long I've been on. Oh, I guess I could look at my StreamYard thing. It says a little over an hour. So I'm gonna wrap it up. But I'm so glad that I was able to stay on a little bit longer because I really feel like I had to get that question from Angela. So I'm so glad that I was still here so I could do that. And I'm so grateful for all of you for tuning in. Like I just love my Sunday nights with you guys so much. Like it is the best, best, best. Oh, you're so welcome, Angela. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so glad that I was still here. So you could be on. It was so much fun to tune into your Hadwin. And that just like that's one of the coolest pet names I've ever heard. I love that name. So cool. So anyway, so thank you so much. And then I do this every Sunday at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So I will be back next Sunday at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So much love to you all, and thank you so much for tuning in. And I will see you next Sunday at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. All right, bye for now. Take care.